Hey, it's Oliver.
And Luca.
And today we're going to be talking about Apex's worst legends.
Hey guys, and today we're going to be talking about Apex's worst legends and how they should fix them.
Yes, so right off the bat, let's start off with, we've got three, by the way, alright? We've got three of the legends that we picked that should definitely be buffed because they are not quite that good. So,
Pathfinder, Fuse, and Crypto.
yes, so those three. So we'll start off with Pathfinder, let's say.
Yep. So let's quickly go through it. Pathfinder doesn't have a passive.
Literally
and
has
you
none.
might be going like right now, he has a passive. His passive is to scan survey beacons, which every tracker can now do anyways.
So he basically just has nothing in addition to that.
He basically, has nothing at all at this point, which is very, very sad.
Yes. Another problem that he has is his grapple cooldown. Now, a while ago, Apex added it so that the further you grapple, the longer the cooldown is. But as we'll show you in this clip, you can literally shoot it like really not far in front of you. It gives you like a 10-second cooldown.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all.
So, it's not the worst thing in the world. Pathfinder is not absolutely horrible, but he definitely needs a passive, and his grapple could be fixed a little bit. So, me and Luca, with our genius brains, came up with ideas for passives for Pathfinder.
Yes. First of all, first example here is maybe he can give him more damage with his melee, since he's technically is a boxer, and he literally has a boxing ring in Olympus.
Yes, and he also, is made of metal. So if he did like an extra 5 or like 3 damage or something, not something overpowered, then maybe that would be cool for him, since he is a boxer, and that would go with the storyline. Now, another
or he
passive
could be able
we
to
gave
see
him,
if people are using his zipline.
yes, so if he'd be able to see, so basically, you know how Watson goes through her, someone goes through her fence, and she gets a notification, or, notification, I'm such a bot, man. It gets, it comes up on her screen. Same thing with Mirage and his clones. So, if someone used his zipline, maybe he should say, it would say like, oh, someone's, using my zipline, or something like that.
Yeah.
Another idea.
Yep, or able to use... This is actually a kind of a long shot, but I think it's also kind of cool. He'd be able to use his shields and heals for all health. Like, for example, he can heal his health with shields and heals.
So basically, his health doesn't... Yeah, so basically, to regenerate all of his health, you can use, like... Let's say you only found syringes, you could regenerate your health and your shields with the syringes, since, technically he's a robot. Though, this is more of a long shot, because Revenant's also a robot and doesn't have this, so, it's just an idea, but I think the other two first ones are actually possible ideas.
And probably the best idea I have is grapples need to be faster. Now,
that
may seem crazy, and hold on for a second, but if I shoot my my grapple 1 meter away, maybe it shouldn't take 10 seconds to reload. Now, that may seem crazy, Apex admins, but hear me out.
So, that's pretty much it for Pathfinder. So those are our ideas and what we think should be improved on him. Now, second, we'll start with Fuse.
Not a terrible legend.
He's a great legend. He's a very good legend, and for me, I main him and Mirage are like my two mains, and I like Fuse a lot. Now, from playing him, a lot of people always ask me, why the hell do I play him, because he's really bad. Now, I have two things to say to you. One, he's not that bad, and two, one of the reasons why is because he now has 2 knuckle clusters. I cannot explain to you how powerful they are and how good they are. They are really, 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 really good. And for instance, right now, in the event that we're in, Skull Town is back because they're bringing back the original maps. Everybody lands there, basically more than half the lobby, nobody finds a weapon, and Fuse can kill people with knuckle clusters. Like, it's crazy, crazy good. Now, it helps if you're really good at aiming with them. Now, I don't practice or anything, I'm just pretty good at aiming with them. Not bragging or anything. I'm not bad with it, so it helps a lot. Like, if you really just can't aim grenades, don't play Fuse. But he does have two problems. The first one is his ultimate. Really needs to be better. That, I agree with everybody. His ultimate
as we're
really is not that
showing
good.
you right here, this is Valkyrie
Everyone
escaping.
can just leave it.
This is Octane escaping. This is literally everybody else escaping.
Basically, everyone can just leave his ultimate. And then even ones like, you know, let's say Lifeline, you're like, okay, she can't leave. Yeah, but if you shoot it on a slightly uneven surface, like if it's a mountain, or if it goes like on top of like a crate or something, you can climb on that crate or whatever and just jump out. So, it's kind of a problem. The second problem, which isn't that bad, is his passive. He has a passive right now where he can stack 2 grenades into 1 slot, which is fine. I like that one. It's not bad. The other thing, the problem is that he can launch grenades really far and with great accuracy.
Now
that is
here's
really
what you're
good.
thinking. Here is what you're thinking
really
here,
good.
that this actually helps. But the problem is, if you're trying to get from close, it is much more difficult, because instead of like throwing it like a basketball, you're like just straight forward, like it's like a more of like a slingshot type thing, because it's a lot more harder for close combat.
It's meant to go further, so if you're closer, it's not as good. So the solution to that really is to just have like a toggle, so you know how like Gibraltar can turn on and off his arm shield, to be able to turn on and off his arm so that he'd have like a normal Legends throwing, or he puts his on, he can shoot it really far. I think that would be a great idea for
I think
that,
both,
because, you know, because that would probably be the easiest thing. Now, thing is, his ultimate, that's a problem, really, just because, me and Luca, when we were coming up with ideas, yeah, the problem is that we know Apex won't, like, completely redo his ultimate. Like, they won't give him, like, a missile or something like that. You know, they're not going to completely redo his ultimate.
A couple of ideas here. First, have a smaller one that's actually a full circle. You could also put an X in the middle, so, like, you can actually hit people in it, or, like, a little bit more fire in the middle. Or, like, when Valkyrie's flying out of it, like if she's using her tactical or Octane's using her jump, no matter where you really go, like, for a certain distance, you still get hit by the fire to make it...
Yeah, so let's say, like, I don't know, 5 feet above the fire, you still take... I mean, look, if you pass your hand over a candle, don't touch it. Bad idea. Don't do that. If you just pass your hand over it, you feel heat, right? Now picture that like times 1,000 candles, because the fire is huge. So you know it would hurt.
It's like It's like jumping over a bonfire. I think that
basically it would hurt a lot. So you know, just take a little less damage maybe, but still some. But or another option is to make the entire circle full of fire, a smaller circle, and make the overall damage less. The overall damage less. So that's an option. Now, Luca came up with another one, which
this
could
is
work.
more of a long shot, but you make it into like one sort of, either like more of a frag grenade type bomb, where like it's just an explosion.
Like just a big explosion, basically.
Or,
as simple as that.
Actually, another one that came to me is actually, you know, Gibraltar's and Bangalore's like missiles. Make it into like just shooting one of those missiles at people. Which they probably won't do, but I think
it would have to
cool
instantly detonate though, like, because then you could just leave.
Yeah.
So just straight up, just you know, land on the ground, poof, explode. Be a little harder to avoid. You know, but the thing is, that's more of a long shot, and I don't think Apex would add that, just because again, they're not going to completely redo his ultimate. They're going to keep it with the fire. I'm like 100% sure.
Okay. Well, moving on now, because we've already been talking about quite a while about Pathfinder and Fuse. Crypto.
Now, this Crypto is a horrible story, man. I feel bad for him. He's still got a pretty decent play rate. It's not bad. It's low down, but like,
I mean, let's talk about quickly about the bad stuff. His passive is just him. Everyone sees the pings instead of just him. Which kind of makes sense, because Bloodhound, it's just him, but at the same time, he could just ping enemies and show people.
It's not just him. When you scan,
really?
everybody on your team can see it. Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah,
You just
it's
can't see the
stupid.
footsteps. You just can't see the footsteps and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's...
But,
Oh,
like,
wait,
when he
that was
scans.
what I was talking about. Another thing is ultimate, you have to be in the drone. And
you
even
don't.
his tactical... Yeah, you have to be in the drone.
You don't have to be
or
in
at
the
least
drone,
the
but you have to have
has
your
to be
drone out. You have to... Yeah, exactly. You have to have the drone out.
And another thing, to use his tactical even, he has to stop moving completely, get on a tiny iPhone, and tiny iPhone Rubik's Cube thing?
Yeah,
We'll show you a picture of it. Just gonna show you a picture, it's weird. But, yeah, you have to stop moving completely just to use it, and I find that stupid because you can't fight.
The problem is, like what me and Luca were discussing earlier, I used to main Crypto, he was like my second main, and I just completely stopped playing him. I hate him now just because the way I used to play with him. I would never go into fights because I have no powers that I can use, you know, in case there's a problem or something. Like, I have no way of getting out of a situation. I have no way of defending myself from whatever. So he's really more of a character that stays back. So we have an idea for his ultimate that could help a little bit.
Yes, a mini version without the drone. Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, when you don't have the drone out, you could, you know, just press the ultimate button, and it would do a smaller EMP that does a little less damage and not as big of a range, but you can still be moving. You don't have to have the drone out. Whatever, you know. That would be cool. And I guess it wouldn't do damage to him either, because that, I mean, you'd then just automatically take damage. Either way, that would be good. That would be good. Now, we came up with a lot of options for ultimates for him, so...
And actually, but yeah, that's probably the best one. And one other thing I'm going to quickly say, tactical-wise, another thing you could do is make it kind of like Mirage's... Mirage.
Decoy?
Mirage's Mirage. Mirage's clone.
go.
Decoys. I completely forgot their names. Make it so that he can actually just like ping a location and it goes there, the drone. So he doesn't have to be in the drone, but he can still use it. And so it can like scan people. It won't be as effective because people can still shoot it down, but still be a lot easier that way. But now,
so basically what he's saying is just, you know, put your drone out, tell it to go here, and it would go there, basically.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, though, look, when you recall the thing, it literally disappears into thin air, so who says it can't teleport there in the first place?
Yeah.
You know? Though, we came up with a lot of passives for him, because he, like we said, his passive is really not, like, it's kind of,
useless.
like, why is that a thing, you know? Like, it's saying that...
Kind of lazy, honestly.
That his teammates can see what the drone sees, like, when it pings
feels like they were just like, damn, what are we gonna give Crypto's passive? I don't know, what should we do? Guys, I have a genius idea. Let's make his passive just an ability he already had. And the same thing Bloodhound had. That's probably the exact meeting they had about that, honestly.
Yeah, honestly. So, we came up with many ideas for that. So, one of the things that Luca came up with here, so he could, well, first of all, he's a hacker, and they advertise that. He's got a spray that says, I can hack anything. He can't hack a single thing right now. He literally cannot hack a single thing. So, for him to be able to hack things, one of the things that I think a lot of other people have also been talking about is the blue bins, which Lifeline can open that little extension and no other legend can. So, he should be able to hack it open and have the extended storage thing pop out with the heals. I think that would be a good idea.
Or make his drone be able to, like, disable traps and stuff, so it could just be like, yeah, exactly, disable the traps, like,
exactly. So just disabling the traps with your drone. So go up to a caustic trap and it would close, go up to a Watson fence, it would close, whatever, stuff like that.
Yep. Alright.
Another idea.
Or hack the survey beacon.
Came up with. Yes, so the survey beacon, which, you know, tells you where the next ring location is, he could use it, and then he could hack it, so that it's broken and nobody else can use it.
Also, one thing is he actually had another thing where he can actually hack. I'm pretty sure is he could hack into a
Respawn beacon.
whatever respawn beacon and make his teammate get revived instead, which was really cool. But they removed it for some reason, so they got rid of his whole.
I'm not sure why.
Even the tiny
Basically,
bit of
what Luca's saying,
that.
if you don't know it already, let's say that there's another team respawning their teammate at a respawn beacon. Crypto with his drone, like while they're respawning, because Crypto does not have a cooldown, like he doesn't have to hold X with his drone, it just instantly respawns them. So while they're like, waiting for the thing to load up for the respawn, he used to be able to just straight up just go there, press X, and it would cancel the other team's respawn and do his. They removed that, not really sure why. They should bring that back again.
Alright, so we're going to be ending it here, guys. If you guys don't agree with us, make sure to say in the comments, because you can't unsee this video. So, yeah.
Or if you have any other ideas to add on to ours, or anything else you've seen before, let us know in the comments.
Alright, so we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to stay tuned for the next Battle Royale tournament, which is coming out next week. And, yeah. See you guys next time.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.